come to the program after the break. Now, Professor Korotkov, we were talking about intentions. You said that if I intend something, that has an effect on the universe at a subatomic level or at a quantum level, probably. Just the fact that I do not know about it, or you cannot keep things secret. Okay, my intentions affect other people, and maybe the ruler of the country, because in our traditions, in our culture, we say if the ruler is a righteous ruler, the whole country becomes prosperous. Now we thought, in fact, at least I thought, these are okay, spiritual statements which might or might not be true. Okay, but how can it, from a rational point of view, from a scientific point of view, there is no sense in that. The ruler becomes a righteous person, a good person, well-meaning person, the whole country becomes prosperous. Is there some truth to it?
Absolutely. And I can give you explanation how we study this from experimental point of view and from conceptual point of view. So from experimental point of view, we had many experiments now when people were sending their intentions, their emotions to water standing in our lab. So we have a sample of water in a glass, in a jar, and it is interconnected to the instrument, measurement instruments. We have background level, and then people send emotions. They may be in adjustment room, they may be in other country, they may be in other part of the world. This doesn't matter. So if they send intentions, emotions, then water changes its property. And it doesn't change its chemical content, it changes its structure. And we had experiments with individual people. We had experiments with people from all over the world, organized by internet. In any case, it was significant effect. But what does it mean? We are water, 70% of water. And all our cells, they are in liquid. So if we can influence water in a jar, then we can influence water in our body. So it means that people who are sending their strong intentions, emotions, they can really influence other people and they can influence the world. As to the strong leaders, again, there are people with different energy fields, with different power of energy fields, and it's proven by measurements. It's no doubt in this. There are ordinary conventional people and there are outstanding people. So if those outstanding people rule the country, then with their strong energy field, with their strong intentions, they can really influence tremendous group of population. And we have this same idea explained from a quantum point of view. Now we have a new branch in quantum science, branch based on remote interconnections on quantum level. And again, by the end of 20th century, it was proven that all particles, they are interconnected. It's proven now. And it is new branch of quantum physics, and it is based on the so-named Einstein-Podolsky-Rosen equations. So it was first proposed by Einstein as very unclear idea. So he was, for him it was unclear how it is possible to have interaction in different parts of the world. But then again, as I've told, by the end of 20th century it was proven, and now this is the basis of new quantum computing. It's coming new line. It's the basis of quantum cryptography, again it's coming new line, and this is the basis of conceptual understanding of consciousness. So our consciousness operates on quantum level. This is the most acceptable idea at the moment. This way, with our quantum systems, we are interconnected. So we influence each other. So the question is, why is it, if it is so, why are not people living in quiet and peaceful life?
Exactly. That's a question that I would like to ask.
Yes, absolutely. It's absolutely a logical question. But we have billions and billions of people in the world. And a lot of people, they have anger, they have frustration, they have disappointment, they have negative envy, they have negative emotions to each other. It is very, very common in the world. And that's why by influencing each other, they destroy not only themselves, not only other people, but environment as well. And that's why I am so devoted to Buddhist philosophy, because this philosophy gives you understanding of peace. First of all, peace of your mind, peace of your spirit, of your consciousness. And then that's why people who are devoted to Buddhist philosophy, they create absolutely different environment around themselves. And that's why I like so much to be here in Sri Lanka. Being here, I feel this. I feel this not only in people we communicate with.
I'm very glad to hear that. We are honored. Professor Korotkov, now I want to ask you a very fundamental question before getting on to very high level things. Now you said water can be influenced by our thoughts even if we are not close by. Now okay, it's a very it's something that we Asians, I believe, we have holy water, we have Zamzam. Even in Muslim tradition, in Buddhist tradition, we know, in the sense, know within inverted commas, that these things retain some spiritual power or energy or something, some quality in it. But you say, as a scientist who, without any such belief, as a research scientist, you say that water is influenced by thoughts of people, and water retains that as memory. Is water intelligent?
Absolutely. No, we never tell that water is intelligent. But water is a fundamental source of life. Without water, life is impossible. And water is the essence of our biological life. So water, it is very, very sensitive. And it reacts to positive, it reacts to negative. And it keeps this memory. That's why we have different water from different sources. We have very good water from natural sources, from the mountains, from rivers, from springs, and we have very bad water when it's processed and distilled. So when we influence water, it may be artificial influence, like in homeopathy. It may be our thoughts. We really change the property of water, and we change the property of water subjects. And what does it mean? It has very simple connotation. If we prepare food with love, with care, with positive emotions, then this food is very tasty. If we prepare food with neglectance, with anger, this food is very bad. And you know that as I know, in Buddhist tradition, when people make food, they need to have very good positive mood.
Of course.
And it's a really deep Oriental tradition.
Yes.
That's why we like so much having curry here, recent curry here in Sri Lanka. In good places, it is really very tasty. But if food is done with anger, with negative, it may be even poisoning.
Okay. And Professor, I would like to once again take you off at a tangent. Now, again about water. Now you say if water is exposed to good things, good thoughts, it affects, it's affected in a positive way. What about negative thoughts? Say different forms of music, very rough, crude music, or some malicious language, vicious language. Does it have negative effect as well?
Absolutely. So water may be influenced in positive way and in negative way, same as our body. That's why we have very good and its traditions. It's very ancient traditions. What does mean good music? What does mean good meditation, good chanting? And what does mean negative? So always it was known for centuries. We just forgotten this in our Western world. We neglect this, and now we are coming back to origins. We are moving on spiral, coming back to what was said by Lord Buddha many centuries ago. That's why when, for example, we have special training course for pregnant women, we tell them that you need to be always in positive mood, never please be frustrated, never be irritated, never go to bad places, look only to beautiful pictures, don't look to ugly things, don't watch horrors, films, movies, don't watch thrillers, listen only to nice, good music. Then it has very clear influence to a baby. Then baby would be healthy and calm.
So this I thought was traditional wisdom. So now you say that it's the wisdom, even scientific wisdom.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm very glad to hear that.
And one of our aim of all our research, what we are doing, to prove that all these ancient traditions, they have very deep meaning, that it may be proven by scientific instruments, by scientific technology. And it's not only our laboratory, of course, it's a great movement all over the world. So all the world is moving to more healthy life, to more spiritual life. Not only to take care of our material body, but to take care about our spirit, about our soul. And then it really makes life full and interesting.
Yes, we'll take a little commercial break before I ask you another very important question.